we've really kind of dialed down the kind of manual button sequence combos and opened up to kind of to the more player created combos. So it's a lot more of like a what combos can a player think of in terms of, as opposed to something that we've programmed into the game. You could see Scorpion and Flash have kind of like a lot of their signature moves. Flash in particular has a ton of moves that are related to his super speed, obviously. This kind of triple dash move there that you saw just kind of paralyzes the opponent, and then he can kind of come in and get his own kind of custom combo in there. Scorpion has his custom spear that he's had since the first Mortal Kombat game. He also has like this hell fire raising move where he can kind of summon fire and burn his opponent. He also has like a leg takedown move, and his teleport you could see there. And so the fighting mechanic is a lot more like kind of 2D orientated if you look at it. You have full 3D motion, but a lot of the basic controls are more centered towards 2D fighting with like, ducking under attacks, jumping over projectiles, and kicking them while an opponent's attacking you. And in addition, we've added this close combat mode, which is like it's almost like, think of it as an interactive throw where you grab your opponent, move them in close, and then you get a kind of a small mini game, like a boxing game almost. And one player who just grabbed them is on the offense, the other's on the defense and just wants to exit the mode. In addition, the game has like what we call free fall combat, which is like a transition. When you're falling off from one arena to the other, you can get your opponent and try to build enough power to get a super move into the game, and to which you follow it up with finishing the move with the super move. You actually go crashing through all of these office buildings, and there's a play mechanic involved with it too. You'll see here in a minute. As you notice, they're crashing through. They're playing Test Your Might and one person's trying to maximize the damage, one person's trying to minimize it. You end up coming up on the other side of Metropolis when you continue fighting in there. Superman has all of his kind of signature moves that people are used to seeing: the heat vision, the freeze breath. He has moves where he flies, and he has a number of like he can pound on the ground and cause an earthquake. So he combines these moves into probably some of the most devastating moves in the game. With if you really get to master Superman, you're really gonna dominate in this game. Mortal Kombat obviously has fatalities, and we didn't leave them out of this game as well too. You can see here. And the DC heroes are going to have what's called brutalities, which don't kill the opponent, but have a similar function as from the previous game. Here's Superman's brutality move. A lot of the special moves can have really kind of professional versions of the existing ones. Superman in particular has a move where he can actually suck in the opponent, and then he can kind of splice in his throw move in the middle of it. So, and a lot of these characters who can throw one projectile can throw two. Another character can combine two of their moves together, but the timing is really close. Our intention isn't really to have it be something people can do every time, but something that the more like kind of hardcore fighting game players can get off a little more frequently. So that pretty much shows the basic gameplay of Mortal Kombat. Like we said, we've really tried to emphasize more on the 2D kind of classic combat from the older games, and while introducing new features into the game as well. And we're excited also just the novelty of having these new characters in the game with the mix. We're really excited about the game when it comes out in November of this year.